How's it going, everybody? The Next Level Savings Sale just started on PlayStation. It's running from now until May 27th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. For $13, 35% off, Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel is a roguelike horde survivor set in the dark realms of Norse mythology, where you battle relentless waves of enemies to earn divine blessings from ancient Viking deities, unlock powerful upgrades, and explore hostile worlds filled with dangerous foes and powerful bosses. Grow stronger with each run as you fight your way to godlike power in an ultimate showdown against the Hordes of Hel. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off, Fantasian Neo Dimension is a turn-based RPG from Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu, set in a world consumed by a deadly bacteria infection. Play as Leo, who awakens with no memory and journeys through machine cities and strange dimensions to reclaim his past, using the unique Dimension battle mechanic and customizable party skills and equipment for strategic encounters. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, Remnant 2 is a third-person action RPG pitting survivors of humanity against deadly creatures and godlike bosses across multiple terrifying worlds. Play solo or in 3-player co-op, blending methodical ranged and melee combat across dynamically generated dungeons, with branching quest lines, crafting, and an expanded archetype progression system offering unique passive bonuses and abilities for varied, replayable runs. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $21, 30% off, Revenge of the Savage Planet is a satirical sci-fi action adventure where you play a stranded space explorer seeking revenge on your former employer while uncovering the secrets of vibrant alien worlds and hidden mysteries. Jump, shoot, and collect gear, explore diverse planets, and capture bizarre creatures while unlocking upgrades, completing experiments, and discovering hidden secrets in both solo and co-op play. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Season, A Letter to the Future is a narrative exploration adventure where a young woman leaves her secluded village to document the world by bike before a mysterious cataclysm erases everything forever. Ride through stunning landscapes, photograph and record memories, and meet emotional characters while uncovering the culture, history, and secrets of a world on the brink of change. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $17, 30% off, Roboquest is a fast-paced FPS roguelite set in a post-apocalyptic 2700, where a reactivated guardian robot and a young scavenger named Max explore mysterious caverns crawling with evil bots. Play solo or in 2-player co-op, blasting through randomly generated levels across multiple guardian classes, building synergistic upgrades, wielding diverse weapons, and unlocking persistent base camp upgrades to push further each run. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $17, 75% off, Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition puts you in the Slayer's boots as Hell's armies invade Earth, delivering an epic single-player campaign of fast-paced, push-forward first-person combat across dimensions. The Deluxe Edition includes the Year 1 Pass, giving access to 2 campaign expansions, The Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2, where you battle through Urdak and Hell to confront cosmic threats and the Dark Lord himself. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $14, 80% off, Madden NFL 26 is a football game powered by AI-driven machine learning that uses real NFL data to deliver more explosive gameplay, authentic player tendencies, and adaptive on-field strategy. Experience coach DNA that counters your decisions, deeper roster management with wear and tear mechanics, and dynamic football weather that impacts visibility, stamina, and ball security. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately 2 broken trophies making the platinum currently unobtainable. For $12, 75% off, Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition is an immersive RPG updated for consoles, letting you explore a richly detailed fantasy world with redesigned menus and full controller support. You'll create a unique hero from a variety of races, classes, and backgrounds, assemble a party of compelling companions, and engage in real-time with pause combat across a beautifully crafted world filled with factions, secrets, and epic storylines. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For 16 bucks, 20% off, Neon Inferno is a hybrid side-scroller and gallery shooter where you play as assassins Angelo Morano or Mariana Vitti, battling enemies across foreground and background combat in dystopian New York City. Upgrade weapons, master bullet time, and commandeer vehicles while facing unique bosses, completing challenging missions, unlocking powerful upgrades, and exploring diverse, chaotic, destructible levels. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 20% off, Escape from Ever After is a satirical adventure RPG where classic fairy tale heroes band together to overthrow a profit-hungry corporation invading their storybook worlds. Play as Flint Buckler as you explore shifting story realms filled with noir mysteries, engage in snappy turn-based combat with timed action commands and customizable party builds, and climb the corporate ladder to sabotage Ever After Inc. from within. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 40% off, Dead Cells Medley of Pain bundle is a Metroidvania-inspired roguelite where you'll master fast-paced Souls-like combat through an ever-changing castle and hordes of enemies. This bundle includes the base game plus all major DLC, The Bad Seed, The Queen in the Sea, Fatal Falls, and Return to Castlevania, adding new enemies, weapons, and late-game pathways, including teaming up with Richter Belmont and Alucard to conquer Dracula's castle. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 15 bucks, 45% off, The Last Faith is a gothic Metroidvania that fuses precise, merciless combat with dark, Souls-like tension, intricate level design, and atmospheric storytelling. You'll guide Eric through snow-dusted mountains, moonlit castles, and a cursed, non-linear world, wielding a vast arsenal of melee weapons, arcane spells, and long-range firearms to carve your own path while executing stylish, creative, and devastating combos. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 65% off, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a pulse-pounding first-person shooter that thrusts you in the volatile geopolitical conflict in the early 1980s during global tension and espionage. Experience a cinematic single-player campaign filled with espionage, deception, and covert operations as you chase down a shadowy Soviet threat across East Berlin, Vietnam, Turkey, and within KGB headquarters, where every decision can alter history. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 33% off, The Rogue Prince of Persia is a roguelite action platformer where the prince battles through a doomed Persia, using acrobatic combat and parkour to undo a fatal mistake and rewrite his kingdom's fate. You'll chain wall runs and precision strikes while mastering over 100 weapons and medallions, experimenting with builds across procedurally generated runs filled with secrets, evolving narration, and meaningful meta progression. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For 26 bucks, 35% off, Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition is an acclaimed real-time strategy game rebuilt for console with full controller support, spanning 4 richly crafted campaigns and 35 missions from the Dark Ages to the Renaissance. Command one of 10 unique civilizations, leading legendary figures like Joan of Arc and Genghis Khan across land and sea battles, with tutorials for newcomers and competitive ranked multiplayer for veterans. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 180 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 60% off, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin Deluxe Edition is a brutal, fast-paced action RPG that reimagines the origins of the Final Fantasy legend with intense combat, dark storytelling, and chaotic energy that feels both nostalgic and fresh. This deluxe edition includes the full game, a digital art book and soundtrack, plus the season pass featuring 3 major expansions: Trials of the Dragon King, Wanderer of the Rift, and Different Future. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For 12 bucks, 60% off, Heavy Rain is an emotional, branching narrative cinematic thriller that puts you in the shoes of 4 deeply human characters caught in the desperate hunt for the elusive origami killer. Every decision you make and every quick-time event you succeed or fail shapes the story's direction, creating a tense and deeply personal experience where even the smallest action can mean the difference between life and death. It's an 89 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For 12 bucks, 20% off, ChainStaff is an action platformer where an alien on your head grants control of the transforming ChainStaff as you battle mutated uberbugs and monstrosities across 10 hand-drawn levels inspired by 70s and 80s album covers. Rescue or harvest stranded soldiers for unique upgrades leading to different endings, driven by an award-winning metal soundtrack from the composer behind Broforce. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $18, 40% off, Coral Island is a life sim RPG where you leave the big city behind to build your dream farm, nurture animals, restore coral reefs, and develop relationships with a vibrant community of over 70 islanders. Explore caves, dive the ocean, fish, craft, and participate in festivals, while shaping your story through seasons, community projects, and personal choices in a living, breathing world that responds to your every action. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 170 hours to platinum. For $26, 35% off, RoadCraft is an advanced physics simulation from the creators of MudRunner and SnowRunner, where you run a disaster recovery company cleaning debris, rebuilding roads and bridges, and restoring devastated regions across 8 massive maps. Operate over 40 vehicles from bulldozers to cranes, manipulate materials like wood, sand, and asphalt, plot logistics routes for transport convoys, and tackle the challenge solo or in 4-player co-op. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 160 hours to platinum. For $36, 40% off, Blades of Fire is a dark fantasy action game where you play as Arandalira, the last warrior capable of forging true steel, with a forging system where every weapon permanently reflects your choices and the enemies you prepare to face. Combat is deliberate and unforgiving. Timing, spacing, and positioning matter more than aggression, while the world's lore is discovered through dialogue with companion Adso, who speaks only when asked. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, Octopath Traveler 2 is a JRPG blending HD 2D pixel art and 3D CG to create a beautifully detailed, immersive world where 8 travelers each follow unique paths filled with personal goals and emotional storylines. Explore Celistia's diverse regions, from bustling cities to open seas, engaging in strategic combat using familiar break and boost mechanics while developing each character's jobs and path actions to shape your journey. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 95 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off, Soul Hackers 2 is a cyberpunk turn-based JRPG where Aeon's agent Ringo is sent to stop an impending apocalypse in a neon-drenched future. Explore the high-tech streets of Amami City, recruit and fuse powerful demons in your party, and exploit enemy weaknesses in strategic press-turn style battles while strengthening bonds through the Soul Matrix to unlock new abilities, deeper character moments, and major story revelations. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $22, 25% off, 2 Point Museum lets you design, manage, and develop incredible museums across 5 unique main locations, plus pop-up museums, sandbox mode, and over 200 exhibits to uncover. Send your team of experts on expeditions to gather rare artifacts, then maintain exhibits, handle mischievous guests and thieves, and manage staff to ensure smooth operations while customizing layouts, thematic areas, and guided tours to maximize engagement. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.